Hey, this Chinese couple here holding their child, this is just a stand-in for what I'm about to talk about. I was listening to some videos while I was doing some work at my job, and one in particular from Pink Lessons I came across. This is actually a response to my video, and you see the title, it's an A.T.S.B.S video, because this is truly Ain't This Some Boo? Or as I used to say back in the day, ain't this some boo? And if anything, this proves it ain't just black women in the modern era, folks. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box and in the comment section. You can go listen to Pink Lessons video yourself. But here's the cliff notes. A Chinese man was married to his Chinese wife for 16 years, had 3 children. Then he began to notice the wife began to act suspiciously. So he managed to track her down and found her coming out of a hotel with another man, looking like they just got finished doing the boom boom room, if you get my drift. Anyway, after begging for his forgiveness, she stopped the affair and he just wanted to keep his family. But something kept gnawing him, like his spider sense was tingling. So he had the youngest child, who he loved all 3 of his kids. But there was questions about his children now that this fact that she had an affair came out. Not only did the youngest child that he tested first come back to not be his, the other 2 older children that he had raised all these 16 years came back. They were not his. In other words, he was not the father. So he applies for divorce. And over there in China, they do not play when it comes to this. They do not tolerate it nearly to the level that America does, and that the black community in particular does. They do not tolerate the modern woman BS. So, knowing that divorce was imminent, excuse me, the woman goes into hiding, and when she is found, she not only takes no responsibility for her actions, she not only even denies that she never cheated on her husband in all 16 years, despite the fact that none of his kids, none of his daughters, none of his precious children, so to speak, has not one drop of DNA from him inside their bodies. She actually calls him an animal for wanting this divorce. This is what modern feminism has done, not only to women in the United States of America, but to women worldwide, to where they feel like they can do whatever they want and not have to answer for their actions. 2 wrongs don't make a right. I get that men have been getting away with this for a long time, and I know some people are gonna say that and use that as an excuse, but here's the reality. There is no excuse. You married this man. Not 1, not 2, but all 3 kids are not even his. All those years, 16 plus years, and not one of those 3 kids are his. Who was you bending over for all those years? Who was you touching your toes, stretching your back out while you let another man get behind you and blow your back out? All those years, you wasted this man's time. I hope he takes you to court. I don't know what the laws is over in China, but I hope he takes you to the cleaners. I hope he does not reject all 3 of them kids. I hope he takes them kids from you. Because he's been their daddy, regardless of the fact that he is not biologically the father. To them, he is the father. So I hope he takes all 3 of them kids from this woman and sends her on the way. As the black folks like to say around here, and I do think it is overused, but in this case, if it's she belongs to the streets, put her back on the streets of China or wherever they live at over in that country where she belongs. You must have found her in the streets, or she was a Vestal Virgin in disguise, knowing full well she had just had the train ran on her the night before. I would be surprised if she did that the night before the wedding. So go check out Pink Lessons. She has the full details. And I'm out. This is another edition of A.T.S.B.S. And for those of you that don't know, well, you may have heard my explanation earlier what those letters mean. So now you know. I'm out.